Hey, this is Elizabeth Newsom, and I'm with Truman today, and Truman is going to help me with the neuro and musculoskeletal exam for the checkoff. Can you start by telling me your full name and date of birth?
Truman Waiters Newsom, and I was born on December 6, 2004.
Okay, and where are we right now?
Florence, South Carolina.
Okay, and what month is it?
November.
Okay, so he is alert and oriented ×3. He is well dressed. His speech has no difficulty articulating. I'm going to tell you 3 objects that I want you to remember: ball, pen, and cup.
Okay.
Now tell those back to me.
Ball, pen, and cup.
Okay, so his immediate memory is intact. And tell me what is 2 + 2?
4.
And 4 + 4?
8.
So he's able to do simple calculation. Tell me what you would do if you found an addressed stamped envelope on the ground.
I would return to the mailbox.
Okay, so his judgment is intact. Now I'm going to check his cranial nerves. So we'll check for constriction. His pupils are equal and round, and that was cranial nerves 2 and 3. Now I want you to follow my finger with just your eyes. And that was checking for cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. And his eyes did accommodate to my finger movement. Now I'm going to check for cranial nerves 5 and 7. And this is soft on the end here. And his eyes did blink and elicit that blink response with the facial nerve. I'm gonna pull your hat back just a little bit and touch, close your eyes for me and let me touch. Tell me if you can feel this.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep.
Okay. Close your eyes one more time. This one is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep.
Okay. Let me get you to, that was checking for cranial nerve 5. Now let me get you to smile for me. Raise your eyebrows and puff out your cheeks and try not to let me push them. Okay. Cranial nerve 7. And now we're going to check for cranial nerve 8.
99.
Yes. Check this out real quick.
88.
Yes. Okay. Check in cranial nerves 9 and 10. I would have him open his mouth and say ah. And I would use a tongue depressor and check for a gag reflex to make sure that that nerve was intact, but I don't want to gag him right now. And cranial nerve 11, I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders and have you to shrug, okay? And then turn your head, okay? And turn your head this way against, so cranial nerve 11 is intact. Now for number 12, I want you to stick your tongue straight out and hold it, and then move it to each side. Okay? All of his cranial nerves appear to be intact. Now we're going to check your upper body strength. I want you to stick your arms out to the side, and then raise your arms together above your head and touch your palms for abduction. Okay? Now clasp your hands behind your back and pull your elbows out to the side. There you go. That is external rotation. And then internal rotation, if you'll shift just a little bit and act like you're trying, put your hand behind your back and act like you're trying to scratch something up high. Okay, good. Turn back around this way. I want you to straighten your arms out and bend and flex your elbows. And then in and out to pronate and supinate. Okay? Then your wrists, I want you to flex, extend, hyperextend your wrists. Okay, and then in and out with the pronation and internal and external rotation. Okay, fingers, flex and extend your fingers. Okay, now hold your arms up. Don't let me push them in. Okay, don't let me pull them out. Good. Gonna check your lower extremities. I want you to, we'll just do this one side right here. If you'll bend your knee up to your chest and then stick it all the way out, flex and extend it, then just bend your knee back and forth, flex and extend that. Your ankle, I want you to side to side, just twist your ankle back and forth, pointing your toes from one side to the other. And then foot up and down for dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. Okay, I'm gonna try to push down on your legs. I want you to try to lift your legs up. Okay, and now let me push your legs down against my hands. Okay. Don't let me push your legs back, and don't let me pull your legs forward. Okay? So his muscle strength in upper and lower extremities is a 5 out of 5. Let me get you to stand up so we can check your spine. If you'll turn this way and lift your shirt up. His spinal curvature shows no scoliosis, no lordosis or kyphosis. And for your range of motion, let me get you to bend forward as far as you can and try to touch your toes. Okay, straighten up and then flex backwards like you're stretching your back. Okay, and then lean side to side for me. So his axial skeleton has normal range of motion, or full range of motion, I guess, instead of normal. Okay, now I'm going to let you walk heel to toe for a few steps and then pivot and turn around and walk back to me. His gait is smooth with alternating arm swing. Okay, how about walk on your heels for a couple of steps and then turn around and walk back to me on your toes, which shows plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. Now let me get you to stand with your eyes closed, arms by your side. And his Romberg test is negative. Okay. Now you can spread your feet apart just a little bit. Stand with your arms straight out in front of you and hold them. Okay. And there is no drift. You can have a seat back down now, just so we can get you in the video. And I want you to show your finger dexterity by touching quickly, back and forth, and then you can do the same thing with rapid motion. We're going to check if you'll slap your thighs with the front and back of. Okay. And then one other thing I want you to do is I'm going to hold my finger out. I want you to touch my finger and then touch your nose. Okay. Now we're going to check your reflexes. If you will cross this leg for me since your legs are really long and touching the floor. And just relax your leg as much as you can. This is the patellar reflex. that he's a little bit stiff for, but when we were practicing it earlier, he does have one. And then we would also check the Achilles reflex here, and it does move a little bit there. And then we'll check your radial reflex that moves there. So his reflexes are 2+. And now if you can recall the 3 items that I told you at the beginning of the exam.
Cup, ball, and pin.
Okay, so his recent memory is also intact. And that's it.